Listening to WHCM 88.3 FM, Palatine, Illinois, a broadcast station of Harper College and its Board of Trustees. It is time for Streaming Verse here on WHCM. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going in and out for me as well.
I can't. It's hard to tell because you're in the same room
I know.
as me.
Yeah, I heard myself go in and out. You can listen to us here on WHCM 88.3 FM if you're in the local area. You can always listen to us online at harperradio.com. And for Streaming Verse specifically, you can find us on YouTube Live. Look for the Harper Radio channel, and we will be there. And not only, can you listen to this show right now, you can go back and listen to other shows, as Erin did one time when she made our quiz. We should have Erin on soon.
We need to do that again. That was so much fun.
Yep. So let us know what you've been streaming. Chat with us on YouTube Live. If you know us personally, send us a text.
Yeah, go for it.
We'll respond. I already got one last week when I wasn't here. From Chastity, who was streaming Receiver on Netflix, and it's been binging a podcast called Messy. I should have looked that up before.
Messi, like the soccer player?
Maybe that would actually make it's MESSY.
Oh,
Y.
Oh, Messi?
Messy, but it's spelled. She wrote it capital M, lowercase e, big S, little y.
Oh, that's. Okay, that's how I write things when I'm making fun of other people. That sounded so bad. But like when I'm using Susanna, because I do this to her all the time. If she texts me and she's like, Nina, why haven't you read this book? It's like my favorite book, whatever. I respond to her with the same exact words, but I capitalize one letter and then like every other letter.
Yeah.
And then it looks like that SpongeBob meme where he's like, what do you mean? I don't know. That made no sense. I realized as I was speaking that wasn't.
So maybe I'll look that up while we're talking today.
Yeah.
And also listen to None of This Is True. It's a book.
Ooh.
On a drive. I also listen to a book on a drive, but not all of it. Oh. She told me. It's a podcast about MS, hence the capital MS. It's a podcast about MS.
Oh.
And it is messy, so that makes sense.
That makes so much sense.
Yeah.
I was like, what do you mean MS? Like, yeah.
Yeah.
What?
MS.
I know. I know. I got it now, but it took me a second. Yeah.
I get that.
It's a clever name.
Erin also let us know she's ready. Put me in coach. So
all right.
She's ready for part 2 of this.
Great.
I'm frozen here. Oh,
You're
now
frozen?
I'm moving.
What?
Now I'm unfrozen. I was frozen on YouTube.
Let it go. Sorry.
So what have you been streaming? Wait, before you tell me. The thoughts and ideas presented on this show are our own and not necessarily reflective of the opinions of WHCM, Harper College, or its Board of Trustees.
Good one. Yeah, they're right in front of me.
Yeah.
And I just neglected to say anything. Oh boy. Well, the main thing I have been streaming is the DNC on Peacock.
Mm-hmm.
There's moments of it that just make me so happy. I think it was, I don't know. I was going to try and guess what day I was watching, but I have no idea which day it was. No, it was Biden did a speech that day. And Kamala was like in the stands with Tim, who looked like he was going to cry the entire time, and it was so cute. But I was sitting there watching it with my mom in her bed, and I just like had like a moment of like, oh my God, hopefully there is a very real possibility that we are going to have a woman in the office. And I like was trying to hide my tears. I was just so like, oh my God. And then I was like, this is not what someone my age should be like.
Yes, you should, because it's been a long time.
No, absolutely. But like, typically people my age don't care about politics
you're
because
right
it doesn't
there.
affect them. You know what I
Gotcha,
mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's like some of the footage I'm watching and I'm like, it's a big party over there. Like, I want to go, like, put me in, like, let's go. Like, this is awesome. And Michelle Obama and Barack Obama's, their speeches were just like really, really good.
That's amazing.
So yeah, that's made me really happy.
And I've been watching a little bit of that, getting the recaps of it.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things that was just like, are you people going to stop? Is that apparently when Tim Walz's son was crying,
Mm-hmm.
some Republicans have made fun of him for crying
Of
at his
course.
dad's speech. And he's also, special needs, which makes it even worse. So a friend of mine is like, "Rah!" And it's,
Yeah.
what's her name? Ann Coulter, that one, she has a quote unquote news show, but I think that's her name, Ann Coulter. She's made fun of him. It's like, why do you have
Oh
to
my
make fun of
God.
somebody for having an emotional response?
No, I know. And just seeing like Tim in the audience, or it wasn't really the audience, it was like next to the stage.
Mm-hmm.
And he was getting all emotional. That just made me so happy because like that is a man who seems, I don't know him, like secure in his masculinity, and to have that in the office, like, are you kidding
That
me?
would be amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. And I told you that's why I volunteered to
Yes.
work the election this year, because it's like I could potentially be part of the first woman becoming
Yeah.
president, and that would be so exciting.
Yeah, so I keep going back and forth between like I have no faith in America, and we're doomed, but oh my gosh, it's like everyone's so excited and like, yeah, we're gonna do it, and then I go back to, yeah, but Americans suck. Like, let's be real here.
It is hard. It's definitely back and forth. What's
Yeah.
like your whiplash?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
100%. Like every other minute. But just listening to specifically like Michelle and Barack Obama, because they're kind of the first presidents that I was conscious.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Conscience?
Conscious of. Yeah.
I can't speak right now. I never can. I don't know why that's a surprise. But yeah, so like hearing them speak, I was like, guys, there's hope. We can do it.
We can do this.
So everybody better vote.
Please, if you haven't
Please.
registered, register now. I
Yes.
think you can register within like up to 30 to 60 days. It's something incredibly. Actually, you can register the day of.
Yes.
With the proper documentation, you can register the day of.
Yes, but better to be safe than sorry,
Yes.
because it is very easy for
You would forget something at home.
Right.
You might not have your driver's license. Your driver's license might be expired and you forgot to check it. So get registered to vote now.
Yes.
Please.
Please.
So Aaron has been streaming Good Girl's Guide to Murder.
Oh,
I did watch
okay.
all that too. We have to talk
did?
about that. Yeah,
Okay.
we might have to go into spoiler land here today.
Okay.
She's also been streaming Emily in Paris, Interview with a Vampire. She was so excited that it's on Netflix.
Okay.
Inventing Anna and Umbrella Academy.
I saw the saddest TikTok about Umbrella Academy, and it has nothing to do with the plot.
Okay.
It one of the characters, it was a young woman. I don't know who she plays. I've seen like one episode of it. She was like, it was like their last day on set, and she was like saying goodbye to the character you grew up with, and it was like her like last day on set, and I was like, that is so devastating. Like, don't even come at me with that. Like, I can't handle that. But it was cute.
It's crazy because Stranger Things is going to be like that. Like these
Yeah.
kids are like college age now, I think.
Yeah, I think so. I
Like
think
they started as teenagers.
yeah.
Like 13.
That's insane.
But I think there's only 4 or 5 seasons. But with the
Right.
pandemic, everything got stretched out.
Well, and that show, if I recall correctly, it took a while in between seasons.
Yes, there was a couple. So there were, but it's also because of the pandemic and then the strike
Yes.
and then
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we have all this piggybacking of delaying of things.
Right.
Yeah, so Aaron did remind me of A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. Have you finished it yet?
Yeah, I finished it in one day. But I read all the books, too. So.
Right, that's why the questions are for you. So we might
Okay.
be going into some spoilers here.
Okay, we might have a topic. This is crazy.
I know. I'm thinking maybe we save that for after what else I've streamed,
Yeah.
and then we can talk about that. Okay. Wow, we just tripped into a topic.
I
It's
love it.
amazing.
I love it.
So I did stream. I've been watching something on Hulu called Reasonable Doubt, and it actually came out a couple years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a couple actors. I'm like, oh, I know who they are. And someone from Sense8 it was in it.
Nice.
But he had a very small role. It's a good show to watch when you're tired.
Okay.
Meaning it's not like an Umbrella Academy where there's going to be little like Easter eggs or little things you have to look for
Right.
all the time. Not going to be like fancy quotes that you have to. I think I really get into meta stuff because I love that. I mean,
Yeah.
one of the things I loved about The Fall Guy, which will be streaming on Peacock
Yes.
on August 30th.
And it's the extended version.
Extended version. I cannot wait.
So good.
That's what I'll be doing, in case
Yes.
anyone's wondering. But that's very like meta in terms of like how they were doing the quiz and how
Yeah.
they played this little clip from the Bionic Man, the $6 Million Man, because Lee Majors was in The Fall Guy, and I'm listening to all that. So like Reasonable Doubt's like, oh, okay, it's a whodunit with a lawyer at the lead here, and so it's kind of like was nice being tired from my
Right.
swim and everything to just go, I can chill out right now and just watch this. So
Yeah.
I did enjoy that.
I love that.
It was good. So, and it's a couple years old, so there's already 2 seasons.
Oh, I love that even
better,
more.
right?
That's great.
So that was great how that worked out.
Yeah.
All right. Why don't we take a break?
Yep.
And we'll come back and we'll talk about The Good Girl's Guide to Murder.
Yep. All right. Stay tuned here on 88.3 FM to Streamingverse.
You are listening to the award-winning WHCM 88.3 FM, Palatine, Illinois, a broadcast station of Harper College and its Board of Trustees, celebrating 20 years on air at Harper College.
Keep it here on 88.3 WHCM, Harper Radio. We'll be right back.
Briefly, I hate Mondays.
Not everybody's a fan of Mondays, and that's why I'm here to make your day a little brighter with Brandon Sam on air. Explore a new style, era, or genre of music every single week with me, the ultra-energetic Brandon Sam. All about good vibes and good attitude, I make sure to end each show with a powerful, inspirational message. Catch the show every Monday at 2 p.m. only on 88.3 FM and harperradio.com. Have a great day, everybody. Do you know about the art exhibition space in room C200? Harper College hosts some visiting artist exhibitions, student works, and juried exhibitions in our gallery throughout the year. What about Studio V in J133A? Studio V is a professional, student-run boutique offering a wide array of student-designed works. Stop by sometime. We always got something fresh.
I see you, weary human, carrying the loads of modern life and longing to relieve some stress. Allow me to help. Oh, hi! It is I, the Groove Machine itself, and I invite you to come along so that I can share with you my essence. Tune into the Groove Machine every Tuesday from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. on WHCL 88.3 FM. I'll be waiting.
Standing at the edge of a rocky shore, you breathe in the cool, salty air, watching the sun disappear on the horizon. Across the globe, someone begins their day along a sandy beach, listening to the rhythm of the crashing waves. You each envision a world beneath the water, vibrant life in every imaginable form. Now, imagine it's all gone. What was once a place of wonder and beauty is now a dull, lifeless wasteland. Food, jobs, medicine, all gifts from the ocean, all gone. Time is running out to protect our oceans, and without our love, everything the oceans provide can and will disappear. It's our choice. Love it or lose it. Help protect our oceans. Visit World Wildlife Fund at wwf.org/love.
Hello.
You are listening to the award-winning WHCM 88.3 FM, Palatine, Illinois, broadcast station of Harper College and its Board of Trustees. Quick reminder, the thoughts and ideas presented on this show are our own and not necessarily reflective of the opinions of WHCM, Harper College, or its Board of Trustees. Okay, welcome back to Streamingverse.
I have to tell you, when I came into the studio tonight to get ready, I was like, oh, what side am I on? Because we trade sides here, depending on the show. And I remembered, oh, yeah, last time I was in the studio, it was Batgate. So the bat flying around the studio.
Dear God.
So I automatically knew I was over here at this time because I'm like,
yeah, I'm a little freaked out sitting here just because
you can't see it
I know
if there's a bat flying around. Yes.
Yeah. Which is I'd rather not see it, but it was pretty crazy.
I can't imagine sitting here and seeing that thing flying at me.
It was crazy.
And you're like, it's safety glass, but safety glass is breakable. And I know it's breakable. I know it's breakable. I don't know if you...
I know it's breakable.
I had a friend hit her knee into it one time and it shattered. I don't know.
Oh my God.
And we were like kids. We were like in 3rd grade.
Wait, my grandpa, I don't even know if they're listening, but my grandpa got thrown out of a window. It's not like that, I don't think. He went to the same elementary school that I went to.
Oh, okay.
He got like shoved out of a window in the office or something because like someone pushed him and he just fell out of the window.
Jeez.
So yeah.
All right. So this might be spoilers for people who haven't watched it yet. So be warned.
But the book series of 3 with a novella has been out for a very, very, very long time. So I feel like if you were going to get that in your brain somehow, you would have already done it. Okay. So that's my excuse.
That sounds good. I like that excuse.
Great.
So it seems like there was a lot of things missing in the series, especially if you're saying there's 3 books.
Well, the series only covered the first book.
Do you think there's going to be more? Do you think they're going to I mean,
I don't know.
That'd be interesting because it ended like it was done.
Yeah, but so if they were to do the 2nd and the 3rd book, like implement it, so much has changed. There's little tiny side tracks and storylines and like all this that have been messed up in the TV show because they just left things out. So much of it, like I heard someone, well, I didn't hear, I saw it online. Someone was like, oh, I love this character so much, I love this character. And I'm like, okay, but they took the easy route on the TV series, so you don't know what she actually is.
Oh.
And you're insane for saying that.
Yeah, Aaron kind of said that too because, and again, this is total spoilers, so we're going all out there, although I know no one's name.
I think
the sister who killed her sister.
Becca.
That's the killer, right? Becca.
Yes.
Okay. Aaron is like, well, she was like, kind of like, she didn't really kill her, because she was already, whatever.
Right.
But in the book, was she a lot worse?
Can I tell you what she did in the book?
Yeah. Go ahead. Tell us.
She killed Pip's dog in the book.
But she did in the... Who killed the dog in...
They never really say. They just find him on the side of the road.
I guess...
And then no, she says it's the dad.
Right.
She's like, he killed my dog. And I'm like...
But it was really her that killed the dog.
Technically. But she didn't technically kill him, the dog, either. Because what happened was... She was trying to, oh God, it's been a while since I've read the first book. She was trying to traumatic,
oh yeah,
cut this part out because
you don't
it's
kill
awful.
The dog. Right.
She was trying to lure Pip into the woods or something. I don't remember what happened. By being like, I have your dog, meet me here, so she could destroy evidence.
Oh,
And
okay.
so she did have the dog,
Right.
and then she let the dog go, and he drowned. Yeah.
So even in the books, they make her seem not so killery. Like, even though she's the killer, but it was an accident.
Yeah, but I didn't mean to.
I didn't mean to. I'm
Yeah.
okay. I'm not really that mean.
Exactly.
Because just like in the, with her sister, she had already hit her head, but she could have brought her to the doctors.
Right. And she just kind of stood there and watched her die.
Right.
But in, they completely screwed it up because in the book, where Becca dumps her sister's body
Mhm.
is such an important part in the second book as well as the third book. Like, stuff happens there. Very important, like, major plotline stuff happens
Okay.
in said spot. And, like, the underground, like, first of all, that made no sense to me. Like, how could these teenagers dig an underground, like, party
Right.
place
Right.
like that? And it just...
So in the books, when do they find out who the killer is? Is it the first book or the third book?
So it's all intertangled, actually, because, oh God, I feel like I should have done research on this if
we
I had
didn't
known.
plan it, but
Because it's been quite a bit since I've read the books, and like after I put down a book, so the first book you find out who Andy's real killer is. So everything that happened, that's
you
all in
find
the
out
first
right
book.
away. Okay.
No, not right away. But
Well, no, but in the first book, I mean.
yeah, in the first, yeah.
Okay.
The second book, what even happened in the second book?
You're asking the wrong person.
It's like I Pip gets a lot more trauma by the second book. The third book is the most insane way to take this story, but I feel like it was always going there. No, the second book is all about her podcast, which she never had. A Good Girl's Guide to Murder is the name of the podcast that she covers.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, she covers a. That's why she's interviewing all these people. She's interviewing them for her podcast.
Right, not her paper.
No.
Like some
No, it's for her paper, but she does do her paper on it, but she turns it into a podcast and then it becomes very successful. So, and the whole thing with Ravi, like, that was so stupid. Like, the way that he just, like, he's like, no, I'm leaving. I'm like,
Yeah, he's in high school.
yeah. Well, no, he's not. He graduated.
Oh, okay.
He's a
that's
year
right.
older than
That's
her.
right. Okay, that's right.
But that obviously did not happen in the book. Not like that. Like, what are you doing? But the third book was my favorite because it's kind of Pip, like, she gets to her breaking point.
Mm-hmm.
And I was reading this and I was like, girl, what? Like, therapy is an option. And it kind of gets to that complex of there's another killer, but it's all connected. So it's the reason why Andy was killed.
Okay.
Because the TV show didn't. Yeah, you have. Okay.
Right, she was like an accident in the series, right? Because of the
Yes.
car accident, right? Was she in the car accident? I still honestly
She was. Yeah,
right.
yeah.
So she just walked away from the car accident and
No.
she had the thing on the back of her head. She was walking through downtown.
Yeah. I'm getting it confused with the book because I think it's in the book that she's at what's his face's house and she gets pushed. He pushes her and then she hits her head on the back and then she disappears.
That's right. Then she disappears. Right.
Okay.
That's what another thing I didn't like about the series and watching it is that to a degree I'm like, what just happened?
No, okay. Thank you for saying that because I was like, I don't think if I went into it blind, like if I hadn't read the book, I
Yeah.
think I would be like, what is going on?
And I was with the killing her, because you're right. I think it was, she did get pushed to the party that you're saying it. But I kept thinking it had something to do with the car accident because
Right, because she
was
had
having an affair.
information
Yeah.
that yeah. I don't even know.
You know, and then the whole time he's kept some other woman in his house
Right.
for years.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's so nice. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
the way when we meet him, I'm not saying, oh, but he's so nice. I'm just saying that that's the way they portrayed the character.
Right.
But I think someone who was hiding something like that wouldn't be so nice.
I don't know. There was clues in the books. I think Susanna guessed the killer right away. Whoop, right over my head. I would have a different theory every page, but I think that was part of why I liked it so much.
Yeah.
Because it was like, who is responsible? But yeah, the TV show was so weird. They made a reference to the third book in it,
Mm-hmm.
and I caught it right away, and I was kind of like, okay, does that mean they're gonna keep making it? But they'd have to change so much of it
Right, because they've cut everything out.
because they've cut so much out. I don't even know how they would like intertwine that into the story.
That's interesting. Erin hasn't jumped in yet to say anything. I was saying her and I were both like, this is really confusing. But that makes
Okay,
sense
yeah,
what
yeah,
you're
yeah.
saying, though, because, I mean, it was, and I don't think it was great. I think it could have been better. Even
Yeah.
with the confusing part, like, I'm going to give it somewhat of a pass because it's basically a couple, more than one book to a degree. Not really, but I mean, they're dealing with a bigger body of something. And just like with Harry Potter, you can't fit everything in
Right.
from a book to a series. Actually, you probably could with a series, but not a movie.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I felt so much was just like, even, is his name Raj? Is that his name? That's the character? Ravi, I'm like, there's no depth to this person.
No, I know. And then like reading the books, like at first you're kind of like very wary of him because they make that house out to be like this haunted house that every time anyone in the town walks by, they're like, oh, like,
Yeah.
And so then Ravi is he's very shy and just like,
Withdrawn, probably.
yeah. And just kind of, and it just adds so much more depth to his character that they did not have on the TV show. Like, these characters were two-dimensional.
Yeah, he was a little, like you said, two-dimensional for someone who'd been traumatized, who lost his brother,
Right.
and then also was an outcast in his own town where
Right.
he grew up. Like, he wasn't that damaged.
No, and I feel like, oh God, what was I gonna say? I feel like too when it came to them figuring out who did it, the climax up to it was not very exciting. It wasn't like, oh, okay, they're onto
Right,
something, they're
right.
onto something. It was just kind of like, okay, we're gonna walk over here and oh, found a murderer. Okay, cool.
Right. And yeah, because even like the house thing, I think they could have done something about the house. Like, yeah, my dad's always gone. I don't know what's going on. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, they could have done things with dialogue to make you go, wow, she said her dad was always gone, or
Right.
grocery trips to get milk took a little bit longer.
Well,
than,
yeah. His excuse in the book, at least, was that he was a tutor.
Okay.
And no, that they did show it briefly in the series. Not enough to like, oh, aha,
right. Plus,
understood.
too, if you think tutor, you also think he's tutoring at the school.
Right. That's why.
That's what I thought when he said that. I thought, okay, my sister's a high school teacher and
Right.
she's a tutor at the school, not at her, she doesn't go to people's homes.
Right.
So I didn't put that together.
No, I didn't either, because that's why Pip left her phone in his car.
Yes, to figure out where he was going.
To track him. But in the book, that was like this huge deal. Because, it's her best friend's dad.
Right. Yes. Right.
And so she's so conflicted about this. She's talking to Ravi about it, and she's like, I don't know what to do. You know what I mean? Because, like, if I'm wrong, I'm going to lose my best friend. And, like, it's this whole emotional kind of thing where she's like, I don't know if I'm doing the right thing. And in the show, it's just, okay, they're in the car. She drops
Right.
the phone.
Exactly.
And then she gets an alert. Uh-oh, he's not at the school. I'm going over there.
Right.
Like, okay, girl.
Erin wrote, I guess the car. Nope. I'm gonna go up. She has a bunch. She
Oh,
has shared
okay,
a lot
okay.
here, and then we're gonna take a break after
Yes.
this. I felt lost and discombobulated a lot of the series, and I felt more of the story should have been connected. Yeah, that's what we've been talking about. I guess the car accident was supposed to be a red herring, but for all the buildup, I felt there should have been a bigger connection.
And there is in the book.
Yeah. Ravi was too put together, which made me suspicious of
Yeah.
him. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He was. As much as you didn't want it to, it's like, yeah, why is he so put together?
Yeah. Why are you so cool with this dude?
Right. All right, you're listening to WHCM. This is Streaming Verse with Nina and Chris, and we will be right back after these messages.
We are Harper Radio, the award-winning broadcast station and recent winner of the 2023 IBS Awards. You're listening to the best community college radio station nationwide.
Hey everyone, welcome to This Week at Harper and happy first week of the fall semester. I'm Renee and here's what's happening on Harper campus. On Monday, August 19th through Wednesday, August 21st, stop by a campus welcome table in various campus locations from 7:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. and 5 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. On Monday, August 19th, play a round or two of bingo to earn yourself a prize and socialize with your peers. Stop by the outdoor quad from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Fun prizes and food will be available. On Monday, August 19th from 5:15 p.m. to 6:15 p.m. and Tuesday, August 20th from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m., attend the virtual broker pre-license info session. On Wednesday, August 21st, gather at the Quad for the Engagement Expo to meet with department and student club representatives from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. On Saturday, August 24th, cheer on Harper's men's soccer team at their home game from 1 to 3 p.m. on the Hawks soccer field. For more information, please visit harpercollege.edu/events. Thanks for listening to This Week at Harper.
You're listening to Harper Radio.
Hey there, morning person. Carson Starr here. Have you heard the news? The Star Spotlight is now on 7 days a week.
Tuesday, Thursday,
Saturday,
Sunday.
60 minutes of commercial-free music to get your day started right.
Rise and shine. Tuesday, Thursday,
Saturday,
The Star Spotlight every day at 6 and 9 a.m. here on Harper Radio.
Do. Sometimes when there's a mic in front of your face, it's nice just to talk into it, even though it's not on.
Isn't that just the point of streaming verse
I think
here?
it kind of is. We were talking about something during the break. By the way, we're back with WHCM, and this is Streaming Verse with Nina and Chris and
The
Caroline on the board.
Yeah. Sorry, I thought we were going into the thoughts and ideas.
You can.
The thoughts and ideas presented on this show are our own and not necessarily reflective of the opinions of WHCM, Harper College, or its Board of Trustees.
So when we were taking a break, I was asking Nina about the hotel situation from A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, because while she is investigating who stayed at the hotel, she finds out that her stepdad and had stayed at the hotel a couple years ago, and it becomes this whole plot in the series that they were just having troubles, there was no affair. And I'm like, yeah, they could have just gotten rid of that and worked more on some more things from the book. And then she tells me that's not even part of the book, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, as far as I can remember, that is not a part of the book at all. Because I remember watching it being like, I don't remember a lot of things, but like, really don't remember that.
Yeah. So why add it?
I don't know. It was stupid.
Especially when there's so many other things they could have done.
Yeah, I think they were trying to make a point like, this is her stepdad. And she loves him.
And she'd question him. Therefore, of course, she'd question her friend's dad.
Yeah.
Maybe. But still stupid.
But it's stupid, yeah.
I mean, I get sometimes there's improvements. Like the movie we love to hate that neither of us have watched yet.
Ah, yes, that one. That one, yeah.
We're talking about It Ends With Us for people who have watched it or read the book. and this isn't giving really anything away that you couldn't have guessed. But in that, they changed it, and I'm only giving this one kudos because it makes sense. When Colleen Hoover wrote the book and made a 26-year-old a neurosurgeon, she didn't realize how much school was involved. So she made him kind of young, and then Lily was very young. And in the movie, they made them older, which they go, this actually does make sense, which it does based on the career, but it doesn't make sense really on Lily's character, but whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, there can be, I'm not opposed to changes.
No, they're two separate things.
Right. But when
what?
you take a body of work and put in things that weren't there for no real reason,
no,
I almost feel like my job should be second scriptwriter.
Yeah.
Like cleanup.
There's got to be like an editor.
I think they script doctors, but that's only if they feel there's a problem with it, though. Then again, it's probably mostly AI writing them now, so that's part of our problem. In fact, AI went, if she's going to question her friend's dad, shouldn't she question her own first?
Yeah, honestly, yeah. And poor Holly Jackson, the author of the books, is like,
what?
I wrote all of these scenes, and you're just changing them.
Especially, and now if it made sense and it flowed, that would be different.
Right, but it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, we're having this conversation because Aaron and I were lost.
Yeah.
Not because we're like, that was so well done.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and I was saying to you in the break, too, that nobody I know has watched it, so I haven't, vocalized these things.
Yeah.
So it's really nice to be able to be like, yeah, that was never, what?
Why?
Yeah, why did they do that? What? Oh, my God. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's all I have to say really about that. Do you have anything else to add on that one? I have other topics, but
okay.
But you can bring up other stuff too.
Not on A Good Girl's Guide to Murder.
Yeah, I'm done with the Good Girls Guide.
I'm done with it.
Chris done. Nina done.
Oh. I do want to talk about a really good book though.
Okay.
Okay, you can stream the audiobook on Libby and Hoopla and I'm sure Audible. I don't know though. And technically the Kindle is streaming.
Mm-hmm.
So you can also get the ebook. Yeah, because that counts as streaming.
That counts. And Spotify, also, if you have a subscription.
That's right.
You can listen to books too.
True. Okay, so this book, I picked it up because it had two girls kissing on the front of it. And I thought, wow, this is really going to be up my alley, okay? But then I read the book. I read the back of it. And I was like, ooh, this sounds really interesting. It's like basically, one of them is dead. Okay. Starting the book, one of them is dead. But then it starts before, so you get the prologue, which is she's dead. Okay, homegirl's dead. What can you do?
Hey, Good Girls Guides to Murder, we knew something was bad to begin with.
True, but it's the main character.
Okay.
The one who's pulling you through the story, yeah.
Okay.
So, she's dead, and then it goes into After. The book is called After Love by Tanya Bryn. Oh my God, this is the lesbian song of Achilles.
No bats, it's okay.
Okay, I was a little worried there. So if you've read Song of Achilles or know anything about it, it's, I could cry so much about it, but, it goes to after, there's before and after. So before she dies and after, even though you already know that she's gonna die.
Right.
And so before she dies, she's she finally finds a girlfriend and they fall in love and it's so cute. And it's a young adult book, so they're not telling you what they're doing. They're just teenagers, just being adorable and in love. And then you flip the page and it's after and you're no! Because that's when the when she dies and when the prologue kicks in and you're but they were so cute. And basically there's this, what do you want to call it? The ghost story, but not, I don't know.
Supernatural?
No, it's something, oh my God, the word's going to come to me, or it's probably going to come to you first. But it's like the last person who dies on New Year's Eve has to be a reaper. Myth.
Okay.
There it is. So basically, as reapers, you have to, like, you're not killing people, but you have to go up after they die.
You have to collect their soul.
And take
right.
them to whatever afterworld, right? So she's stuck as a reaper, and she's like, are you kidding me? She's all mad about it. And so she meets a bunch of friends and the reapers, and they have, like, parties on the beach, and, like, it's super cool. And they only get recognized when someone's dying. So they're like, don't try and find your family because you won't be recognized by them. And if they do recognize you, they're screwed. Well, one night, her girlfriend recognizes her. And it kind of goes from there. And it is the most adorable and devastating thing I've read in a long time. I was there. I sprayed the edges before I read it because I have a physical copy as well. And there are tears staining the pages. I would 100% read it again. It's, like, super quick and easy read, and what
was the name of
obsessed.
it again?
Afterlove by Tanya Brin. And when I wrote my review, it's basically just like a key smash on Goodreads, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then my cousin added it to her want to read list, and then I cried even more because I was like, oh my God, someone cares about my opinion. Yeah, so it sounds crazy, and I guess it is crazy, but 5 stars. Loved it.
That's actually, hold on, let me see if we have comments here. Aaron was just commenting on the 26-year-old neurosurgeon. But it's funny you're describing that book, and it's a completely different story.
Mm-hmm.
But there used to be a series, I think it was on Showtime originally. I'm not sure. It's called Dead Like Me. And she's 18 years old. Her mom makes her get a job, and her first day of work, she gets killed.
Of course.
But she becomes a reaper. And there's a whole group of reapers, and, like, they meet at this place for breakfast every day, and they get their assignments. And like you said, they can't see him. So when she tries to go to see her mom, she sees somebody else completely.
Yeah.
She can't tell who she is. And whenever she tries to tell her who she is, like, they think she's on drugs.
Right.
But then, like, she's supposed to go reap someone. And again, like you said, they're not killing them. They're there when they pass to collect their soul and take them wherever they're supposed to go to.
Yeah.
And sometimes they become reapers. Sometimes they become something else in this book.
Right.
And then if they try to save someone's life, then they see the consequences. That's never good. It's like, no, when they're supposed to die, they're supposed to die. Like, type thing. So it's funny. You're describing the book. I'm like, wow, that sounds just like the series, except for not a love story.
Yeah.
Per se.
I'm sure it's inspired by so many other things, but it was just so cute, and like the characters were so diverse, which is something that I feel like you have to look for, which is so stupid. You have to, like, if you're looking for, like, diverse cast, like, you can, like, search that in, like, book recommendations, which I think is ridiculous, but I guess people write what they know.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. How can you, otherwise you're going to look like a horrible writer.
Exactly. But this book is so good.
What you just said ties into what I'm watching. So I'm watching Reasonable Doubt, which is, if not 100%, I would say is 97% black cast.
Mm-hmm.
So it's completely different than a TV show with a complete, like Friends, which was a white cast. And it's interesting to see some of the differences sometimes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I could not write a series based on a black cast because they'd be like, excuse me.
Right.
Who are you? So, I mean, you know, do I have diverse friendships, and can I pull from things? Yes.
Yeah.
But I couldn't write a series
no
with almost 100% black characters and go, this is going to be authentic.
Yeah, not authentically at all. Yeah, but it's so funny because a lot of series I've read with diverse characters, which I just want to be like their characters, but I think it's important to like
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
They always talk about the food because there's very specific dishes.
Yes. Yeah.
And it's just so interesting to me. And I hate cooking. Like I hate it so much. Like I have like I could go, oh my God, like ugh. I have a tapestry that's in my kitchen and it says it's Ratatouille, but he like looks all discombobulated and it says, I don't want to cook, I want to die. And that's like every, like, Chris, I could like go on rants. Like I hate cooking so, it's so inconvenient. I don't even like eating that much. So like, what's the point? Like, oh my God, I hate it so much. Like it's the worst thing in my life. Like, which is such a first world problem. Oh my God. But that's like one of my biggest like, but yeah, they always talk about food and I'm like, that sounds yummy. Would never make it. Like there was one book, I can't remember what it's called, but it had like recipes in the back of what they were talking about. And I thought that was the coolest thing ever because like they're sharing their culture and their food in the back of like a romance book, which is so fun. I looked at it and there was one that I was like, oh, I could make that. That sounds good because it was like a dessert. No, I will never do it because I hate cooking. I hate it. I would rather step on Legos like all day than cook one meal. I hate it so much.
I think I understand why. But no, because it's probably boring to you and it's really hard to get it up for something that you find boring and you don't even really so it's probably, I bet if you liked at some point in your life, I'm not trying to tell you to do anything, but let's say 10 years from now all of a sudden you're eating more diverse foods.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Then you might get into cooking because then you're like, oh, I like this or I like that and I want that, but you don't have a huge array of things you like to eat, so why would you get into cooking? You know what I mean?
Well, and like
I completely get that.
I really like cake, but I don't want to bake a cake. That's so stupid. Sorry.
That's so funny.
I went off on a tangent.
No, I get that though. I get it. That's why I feel like tonight, like I ate lunch today around 2. I'm not really hungry. We're going to get home, like I'll get home around like 8:30ish. I'm not going to be hungry.
No.
I'm not going to want to eat. I should eat, but no. And then 2, cooking. I'm not going to cook at 8:30 at night.
No. And that's, I love my parents because that's the thing with them. They know I'm not going to cook. They just know. So when I'm home for like the weekend or the summer, they'll like, if they're home, they'll like make me my noodles so I don't have to, God forbid, boil some water. But like, God, I like, that's like, besides like moving away from home and being away from my cats, that's the thing that's like the second thing that I can't like cook. Like I would rather be like tased. Like if you want to, like, if someone wants to torture me, make me cook. Like, oh my God, I hate it so much. And then at least I have this one friend who comes over and she loves cooking. So then I just make her cook things for me because she loves it. So we're like, hey, if you live in our closet, you could pay rent by cooking for us. And I was like, no, I will pay you to cook for me. Like, because I hate it so much. Is it my mom?
No, it's Erin. Stardew Valley came out with a cookbook.
I did see... Okay, listen. I love Stardew Valley. Love Stardew Valley. I did see that, and I thought, oh my God, this is so cute, until I realized it was an actual cookbook and not one for the game. And I put it back.
Would you
I was
cook
like,
in a game?
Yeah, I cook in the game all the time. You have to.
I don't know. I don't do Stardew Valley. That's interesting.
Yeah, not in real life. I would rather.
No, it's interesting that you do it in the game and not the book.
Oh yeah, in Disney Dreamlight Valley, I'm at Remy's house all the time. We're cooking up, chefing up, all the time. Like the Ratatouille, you know, we're like cooking all these different recipes. I still don't really like it in the game. It's not my favorite feature, but just God, I'm making myself sound so terrible right now. But just like standing in front of the stove with like noodles, like oh my God, it can gouge my eyes out. I hate it so much.
Okay. On that note, no.
I should be thankful that I have food on the table, which I very much am. I'm just such a baby about everything, and I don't like cooking. And then I have to set timers because it'll boil over, because I'll get distracted and I'm doing 10 other things. And the last thing I want to think about is mushy noodles.
There's nothing wrong with you not liking cooking. Why do you think there's carry out and food delivery?
Well,
most people, a lot of people don't like cooking.
Yeah.
It's okay. Don't beat yourself up about it. You don't have to like everything. You make bookbinding things like...
But I refuse to cook. Yeah, I hate it. I think the show could be called Nina Hates Cooking. I could have a full show.
And talk every week about how much you dislike. And this week, I didn't cook this.
Yeah. And it's terrible because in the city there's so many like takeout.
Yeah.
But like I'm also in college, so I don't have any money. So it's kind of so it's the struggle of like fine, I won't go to Taco Bell today. I'll just make a stupid cheese quesadilla and I won't put it in the microwave because that's too much work. So all the cheese will fall out and I'll vacuum it up and yeah. Chris is very disappointed in me right now. I hate it.
I do understand. I just think it's funny that you won't even microwave it.
No, there's days.
So you create more work for yourself by not and you're okay with that part.
100%. And I won't even sit at like the dining table to eat because it's uncomfortable. So I'll lay in my bed and then I have this handheld vacuum that I'll just vacuum myself with after I'm done eating. So I don't have to change my sheets.
At least you're creative.
Apparently, I'm just really lazy. This is what happens when we don't have a topic.
You go off on not cooking.
Yeah.
Uber Eats is probably looking to sponsor you.
No, literally.
That's so funny.
That's amazing. They should sponsor me. Yeah.
All right, I guess we can start queuing up some music now. I think this is what you would call a natural end to the show.
I'm so sorry. Don't know
what
what's
have we
wrong
learned
with me.
today? A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. Read the books. They're probably much better. Yeah. Chris hasn't dove into Bad Monkey yet, but we'll soon. Even Evil, one of my favorite shows. There's 2 episodes now.
You're behind.
I'm a whole behind. It's shocking. Our theme song is a production of Double Dip.
DJ Double Dip.
DJ Double Dip. And you can find it on almost any platform where you can find music. And this one's called Oat Milk. And we like it a lot.
He gave it to us. And it's very special.
Yes, very special. We appreciate it. I'm trying to think of our positive thought. I guess the positive thought is if you don't like cooking, don't do it. If something gives you that much anxiety, there's a reason. Either go to therapy or just don't do it. That's my thought for the day.
Yeah, I agree.
Keep listening to WHCM, and we'll be back next week, Thursday at 7 p.m. with Streaming Verse, and you can always catch the repeats Mondays at 5 p.m.
Goodbye.